Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I thought it was about time for another dollhouse tour. So this is the second dollhouse that I've been renovating in my collection. If you missed my first dollhouse tour with my KidKraft dollhouse makeover, be sure to check out that video. I'll link it in the description box below. This is the Rainbow High dollhouse. I did a box opening and a review of it about 1.5 years ago, so you can see the beginning of what this dollhouse used to look like. I will link that in the description box below as well if you're interested in seeing what this dollhouse used to look like. But I am so excited to share with you what I have done so far. I still have quite a bit of work to go. I've been working on this house for 1 year, and I'm getting to that point to where there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, before I get started with my tour, for those of you who are new to me, my name is Heather. I am a reborn doll artist, a dollhouse enthusiast, and my Barbies are just an accessory to my extreme dollhouse and miniatures obsession. I love to renovate dollhouses and make them look realistic and beautiful and whimsical and fantasy, and I like bohemian themes, I like witchy themes, Mediterranean themes. I'm also a Chucky doll hoarder, so if all of that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and tell me where you're watching this video from. Okay, on with the tour. I'm going to start with this upper patio balcony area. This is actually a photography backdrop I got on Temu to use with my reborn doll photography, but I threw it back here because it's kind of cornered with another dollhouse, the next one that will be renovated after this one, and it just looks fantastic. So I did a video showing everybody how I did this brick and the stucco effect. If you haven't seen that, I will also link that video in the description box below. I have quite a bit of work to do. I actually made these little statues with polymer clay and a press mold that I got from Amazon. I will link that in the description box below. And then I added this wall here, and then I added this part to the wall, and then just like the squares to look more, you know, Mediterranean. And I wanted the walls to be different colored. Like this one is going to be covered in vines and flowers, and then this one's gonna have like little bushes and little bits of flowers coming up. And I got this little lighting fixture from Hobby Lobby. It does light up, but I don't have batteries in it right now. I am obsessed with this water fountain. It's gorgeous, and it's 1/6 scale, and it has spouts all the way around, and it lights up. The batteries are really low right now. I need to change them, but when it's working, it is so gorgeous. You guys will see that in my second dollhouse tour that I do of this when everything is done. So I have plans for this right here, this little balcony area. The glass doesn't really mend well with it anymore, so I'm going to add like a mixture of brick and stucco to it to really blend it in. And I'm gonna put beams going up, and there's gonna be beams that come up and connect so I can hang lighting and stuff. I'm making patio furniture for it with like bohemian fabric, and then all in these big gaps there's going to be moss, and it's going to be incredible. I might do that on camera for like a springtime video. We will see. I still have more detailing and stuff to add to this wall as well. I'm adding, you know, more sculpting elements to it and all of that. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I also plan on adding stucco to all of the siding of the dollhouse as well, all the way around. This whole dollhouse is going to be finished on the outside and on the inside. This room right here is my favorite thing that I've ever done out of all of the dollhouse work and dioramas that I have built. I am obsessed with this room. I even did the roof, added texture to it, went in and added stucco to all of the walls. even the ceiling. The ceiling's going to have beams going all the way across. I plan on renovating this bed. It's gonna look so cool. This is my inspiration right here. On this little table here, I made these with the Harry Potter tables, and then I put like a wooden dowel through it, and then I added beads. Those beads are actually from Nicaragua. We have some flowers with a butterfly in it, and we have some selenite crystals, a candle. That is a jasper fist that my brother blessed and gave me. It's super high vibrational. I absolutely love it. And then we have the Birth of Venus statue, and she's on a seashell that I got at the beach a couple of years ago. And those are all little Himalayan pink salt crystals inside there. I just thought that looked so pretty. And I like to have my dollhouses decked out in flowers and crystals. If you saw the other dollhouse tour, you know I even have this statue, the same statue in another dollhouse. Lots of candles in there and crystals as well, because I like for my dollhouses to please the spirits and maybe even the fairies. So then we have Brooklyn on the bed. She's the new Barbie style Brooklyn, and she is absolutely beautiful. She's got a cup of coffee and a book and her little purse. She's just chilling. And then we have more crystals. This right here is a fairy stone, and what a fairy stone is a ancient rock that at one time was lava and made its way through thousands of years of rivers and streams and ended up like that. And it's called a fairy stone because it is very high vibrational and it attracts blessings and fairies. And then we have some amethyst and a tiger's eye. And we have that gorgeous little gold, well, I named him Goldie, but he's a clownfish. And then right there is a salt lamp that I made for this room. It's so funny. My friend has a massive salt lamp in her living room. It's like 3.5 feet tall. And I was like, what? I want to recreate that in miniature. I made it look exactly like my friend's. This is exactly what hers looks like. And this is how it looks with the lights out. It's so ethereal and beautiful. And then over here we have what is supposed to be the elevator, but most of us turned it into a balcony. So it's a balcony and it's got lots of flowers and plants. And then it has a beautiful statue of Aphrodite with candles and stuff. I plan on renovating this as well. I love the fact that it's clear and through the pictures you can actually see like the forest in the background. So what I plan on doing with this is I'm going to add stucco all to it and then brick around, and then I'm going to stucco this whole siding, and then these I'm going to turn into pillars all the way down. It's going to look so awesome. So if you like this tour so far, definitely subscribe and stay tuned for part 2 when I get that done, because that's one of the next things I'm going to do is add the stucco and turn these into pillars. I also plan on adding lots of plants in here and lights, and I'm going to add like cherubs and more Greek statues molded to the walls, as well as like actual statues and things like that. And then here's a little kitchen. I just think this is so adorable, and I love this wallpaper. It is actually came in a pack of like scrapbook paper from Michael's, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, this needs to be a kitchen. I was planning on not making this a kitchen because if you saw my first dollhouse tour of my KidKraft house, I said that I only wanted to have one kitchen. So I ended up taking out the kitchen out of that dollhouse, and it's now something completely different. So I'll probably share that in a separate video, but I love the little details. I have ultrasound pictures of my son River right there on the refrigerator. We have a pink beta fish from Mini Brands or Miniverse. Then we have like rice cookers and all of that stuff. This is mini Heather. So this is me as a Barbie. And here's Cheddar. I have a corgi in real life and they are very food motivated. So I like to keep him around the kitchen and stuff because he's like, are you getting into food? Because I want some. We have bags of groceries. They are the mini brands, the real groceries. I forget what they're called. But we still kind of have Christmas going on a little bit in here. I need to pack those up. I love that wallpaper. I still need to do the ceiling and I still need to do the floor. The floor is going to be like tile that has like blue in it to like really match the wallpaper. And I do plan on renovating this furniture here as well. I'm going to be adding wood tops to it and like repainting it in some areas and stuff like that. So that is, you know, something that needs to be done eventually. But I just think this whole kitchen is just really cute. And I'm looking forward to like renovating the furniture and building other pieces to really add to the realism. I'm also planning on building a wall right here so that I can add more cabinets up here and then more counter space that kind of forms an L shape coming right here. But yeah, those are my plans. This is the room that I'm currently working on. And we have the gorgeous, beautiful Wendy. And then we have Raven. And they're just figuring out where they're going to be hanging these paintings. And here's Ike. This is Raven's dog. So I initially painted this room powder pink. And after I ended up doing the stucco and like shabby theme with the dollhouse, it just was no longer cohesive. So I was like, what am I going to do with this room? And then I decided I'm going to make it into a study. So this table and chairs are actually not going to stay here. I'm going to be building like a little writing desk. And there's going to be, when I add the wall right here, this whole wall on this room is going to be like a shelf, a massive shelf. And I'm going to fill it with like oddities and books and lots of like really cool stuff. So this is going to be a study. There's going to be a door right here. All of this molding that I did is going to be painted with gold leaf paint. There's going to be a little chandelier hanging there. I'm going to sculpt like cherubs and things like that onto the ceiling because I just think that's so awesome. I added the stucco effect to the ceiling and I still need to do it on that side as well. But I'm really looking forward to where this room ends up, you know, coming to. So this is my current work in progress and I'm really happy with how it's coming along. And then here is the bathroom. I liked the purple element of the bathroom already, so I just kind of redid it. And I wanted to have kind of like a mermaid theme going on with this because I got this painting right here. And I was just like, yeah, I need to make the bathroom like fit with that. So aside from like little touches up of paint and like odds and ends that I need to do, I do plan on renovating the actual bathtub itself, repainting it just to add some realism. But overall, I'm really happy with how this looks. That was actually like a hole in the wall window. So I decided to add some candles and stuff like that so my girls can bathe and, you know, have a nice peaceful bath. I added some rope to this, and then there's even toilet paper in here. So cute. I added this little mirror and stuff. I just think that looks really pretty. This also has a wall outlet. So this shower actually has like a plastic piece that goes right here, but during the move I lost that, so I have no idea. I'm gonna replace it with something probably gold and decorative anyways that looks really pretty. So we will see how it all comes out when I'm done. But overall, I'm really happy with it. And I decided to add the front doors to this space. I was going to put a wall, but I decided to add this door right here. And you will see in a minute why, because those candles light up. And when they are lit, and I have a doll standing right here, the silhouette is just incredible for photography. So I was like, okay, those doors are gonna stay there then. Just look at how gorgeous that looks. It's so pretty. And then it just glows through the doors. And when there's a doll standing in there, it looks so pretty. And if you would like to see the silhouette of a doll standing there, feel free to follow me on my Instagram at Heather Loves Dolls for my Barbie specific Instagram. I have lots of pictures and videos of my Barbies and things that I like to do with them there. And then through those doors is this gorgeous walk-in closet that I built. I made this bookshelf myself out of wood here to store their shoes on. And then I made this part out of like a drawer organizer that was broken. And then I added shelving to it with wood, and I added wooded dowels through it. Made little drawers out of McDonald's dipping sauce cups. We have my gorgeous doll here. Her name is Sarah. She's a Claudia Schiffer Barbie, but she is currently unpacking all of these clothes and organizing everything because the dolls just moved in. And then behind all of this is wallpaper that I'm actually, doing. All of this is going to have molding on it. It's going to have, the wainscoting and stuff. And then there's going to be a door right here because in case I want to change it up and take the closet out sometimes and maybe put the closet on a shelf, I can turn this into like a gothic bedroom or a gothic dining room for Halloween time, or even like a really luxe gothic like living room. I like to change it up sometimes, but for now it is the closet. This right here is a vanity that came with another dollhouse. I'm also going to be completely renovating this. This is going to be incredible when I'm done with it. It's another one of my plans. I still need to do, the ceiling in here and like all of that stuff. This mirror I got at Dollar Tree, and then I made these little molded parts on it out of polymer clay, and it actually magnetically attaches so that I can actually move it. It will connect here and it will connect over there. And then there's also like a magnetic fixture on that side of the wall right there so that I can move it around and slide it around for photography purposes and whatnot. But I really absolutely love how this dollhouse is coming along. And I have been so excited to share it with everyone. Just give one nice big glance over. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this dollhouse tour. What is your favorite room? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that, so that you can tune in for the next video. I was planning on sharing more of my videos for like how-tos and tutorials and renovating videos, but time does not allow for me to do that for the time being. But eventually, hopefully I get to a point where I can thoroughly document like an entire makeover of a dollhouse. That would be incredible. Maybe this dollhouse. This is the next dollhouse that I will be renovating after this one. It's actually going to have like one of my horror dolls are gonna be in it and stuff. But let me know. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.